You open your computer, you got a 1-star review. They trashed your business. Step 1, close the computer, take an hour, don't respond, right? Because you're angry, you're hurt, you got all these emotions, and when you type a response to that review, it's going to be a horrible response. It's not rational. So number 1, step away, take an hour, make a decision. I'm not going to respond to negative feedback for an hour. If you're just a really put together person, then you can call the person immediately, but I recommend waiting. Okay. Step 2, call the customer. Don't respond to the review. Pick up the phone and say, hey, I saw that you left a 1-star review. And then we use this speech. We say, we love to give feedback because we're not perfect. We make mistakes, and I want to learn from this. So can you tell me what happened? Because most of the time when people leave a bad review, they didn't want to leave a review. They left it because they didn't feel heard. So this is their opportunity to feel heard. And a lot of times, if you would have just listened to them, most of the time people leave a review, they already told you that. They already told your technician that, or they called you and you didn't do anything. So you make them feel heard, and then you can say, hey, I tell you what, I'm coming to the house. Can we talk about it in person? Because there's something about in person that's just different than over the phone, right?
Sure.
So you show up, and then you say, hey, thank you for the feedback. Be humble. Because if they left you a negative review, sometimes it's a crazy person. There's nothing you can do about it. Most of the time, you made a failure, and you have to accept that. Sometimes, right? So you say, thank you. I tell you what, I'm going to talk to the technicians. We're going to fix it. It's never going to happen again. And then this is the hard part. You ask them, now that I've learned from this, we're going to put this into our company. We're going to change this. Would you consider changing that review? Most people, because you didn't attack them, you didn't say like, hey, you made a mistake, you accepted it. Most people are going to be like, yeah, man, this guy came, he showed up, he did this. And I've had many people change 1-star review to 5-star reviews doing that because I accepted the feedback. Last step, write down whatever failure it is, and you need to put a process in place so that it doesn't happen again. So if your delivery guys are driving on the grass and that was the review, you need to write it down, put it in the manual, no driving on grass. You need to call the technicians. You need to tell them we got a 1-star review for driving on this grass. Let's not do this again. And then you eliminate that. So it's a long process. Unfortunately, a lot of business owners have one process: go on and respond and say they're a liar.